get money, the first thing we think about is how we're going to spend this money and on what things we're going to. Our mind doesn't go to what can I spend this on? Do I have my needs? Do I have my expenses? We naturally think about how we're going to spend that money on the wants and the needs. Tips that you can use on your cash budgeting at home. So in this video, I want us to talk about cash budgeting on personal finance. Most of the time, we only think that because you have a business, a company, those are the ones who need dire or more accounting details. But we forget we also have needs. We also use money. We have incomes. We have expenses. And we use money to run our day-to-day lives. So in today's topic, I want you to get to learn 6 things that I want cash budgeting. The first thing we're going to talk about is what is cash budgeting. So, is the importance of cash budgeting. Number 3 is types of cash budgeting. The fourth one is the sections of a cash budget. Number 5 is what to entail in your cash budget. Number 6 is some of the books that you need to read on cash budgeting, especially on personal finance. We'll not be able to finish everything today. I'll have a part 2 because I want to be detailed and explain to you everything instead of rushing over, right? I want you to get everything that entails to cash budgeting, and with this I'm giving you with my personal experiences that I've shared. So if you have experiences that you've used on your cash budgeting, personal finance methods, you can share it with us. We are here to learn, to share with everybody. So kindly, you can share with us. You can tell us what has worked for you and what is working for you. I'll share mine. Kindly comment down below and share some of your personal budgeting tips. So on to the first one. What is cash budgeting? Basically, cash budgeting is the cash flow of money over a period of time. As a person, we use money to run our lives. So you have money always flowing in and out. It might be a short duration of time or a long duration of time. So basically that's what cash budgeting is. It's not like a hard explanation. That's what cash budgeting is. Number 2 is on the importance of cash budgeting. Why is it important to budget your money? For instance, let me give you a scenario. You have income, that's how money comes in, and how it goes out, flows out, is expenses, right? So income is the way you attaining that money, and expenses is how you're using that money. So if you don't budget how, especially how you're going to use this money, you might mostly you find out that you spend money but you cannot account for your money. You don't know where your money went. You left wondering, what did I really use this on? You think your money went down the drain, but the truth is it's because you track where your money is going. You don't have a budget on how you're using your money. So it is important for you to budget your money so that you don't wonder where your money is going, so that you can take a good use of your money. Some of the examples that you can use to track your money are like, for example, here in Kenya, we have M-Pesa, and Safaricom produces a statement for you. Like there was a challenge that was going on, show me your M-Pesa statement within the period of the last 6 months. How much have you spent? So that shows you that we have a an M-Pesa statement, you can account how much money you've spent on M-Pesa. For M-Pesa statement, it's the money coming in and flowing out. So anything you spend on M-Pesa, the budget, we produce the statement, it will come right at you and you will know this is how much money I've spent in and out. We also have banks. If you need your bank statement, the bank produces the statement for us. Nowadays, through internet banking and the improvement of technology, it's so much easier for us to access our statements through the phone. So you can also, if you want to track your money, you can use your bank statements. Maybe you have a personal bank account. I believe you need to have a personal bank account. We will, as we grow in this channel, I'm going to share some of my ways that I've come to learn actually from other YouTubers on how to track your personal finances. So we have different types of cash budgeting methods. This is why I would like for you to share some of your methods that have used. Those who have methods that have lasted for long, you can share with us. Kindly comment and tell us what kind of budgeting method do you use for your money. And if you don't, kindly follow, listen, and start. Actually, it's a very I used not to do this honestly on my part, and no matter, let me say this, and no matter the amount of money you earn, even if you're a housewife, you need, I'm talking to any personal, your money, even if it's money left, you're told you can budget for this, we're going to eat this because eat this for supper, we are buy kids this, do this. It's for everybody. Actually, it's not for people who have a stream of income. Maybe they have a salary of their personal business. It's for everybody, because believe me, when you go to the market every day, you save something. I left 500 shillings to budget for the day. There's already breakfast. You bought it the day before, so you have breakfast already. Maybe lunch, you already did a lot of food the previous night, so we have food for lunch for you and the kids. And then we are budgeting for supper. For supper, you're not going, with this 500, you're not going to buy everything. Maybe when you went to the market, during the course of the week, you've used more nyanyas, you used more tomatoes than required. Maybe you're making something more, and whatever you budgeted for, maybe you thought they will go for the week or for the amount of time you had thought, but they didn't. So how much will you spend on nyanyas for that day? Because maybe at the local grocery shop, it's more expensive than at the soko, at the market. Yeah, maybe you need some spices. Trust you me, maybe at the end of the day, maybe you need to buy breakfast for the following day. Trust me, with these 500 shillings, you've not spent everything. Maybe the ones that is remaining, the amount of money that is remaining is maybe 150, 200 maybe on a good day. On a bad day, you might spend everything. So on the good day that this money has been left, that's what I'm talking about. You can save that money. You don't have to spend it. If maybe you think, oh, I don't have no. One step at a time. You don't need to have a billion to start saving. It starts when you have the little. We wonder why we don't get a lot of money, but it's because we are misusing. That's a biblical principle. We wonder why we don't get blessed with this little money that we have, but it's because you can't manage the little that you have. So manage the little that you have, so that when it comes in bulk, it comes in millions, and that's what we're manifesting here. When it comes to millions, you can be able to account, because we go, every step is a growing step. So start budgeting like you're there at home. You're a student. Don't think that, oh, I'm a student. No, you've been given pocket money. That little amount of money, trust me, you don't use all of it every day. Spend some, and this is where the needs and wants come in. Spend some and save some. Have different types of cash budgeting. There's one that I use. I learned it the other day actually. For I don't have a lot of income flowing in, so it's called, for me it's working for me for now. It's called cash envelope, cash stuffing. This is where you put, okay, after the the whole amount of money that you have, you divide it into what are your incomes. No, not incomes. You divide it into your expenses: eating out, food, hair, makeup, car, groceries, house, and what. So you put that money where it can be. These are needs that are regular, on a are frequent. You want to have cash at hand most of the time, right? And then there are people who prefer credit cards, where you know what, I have a credit card for this, maybe for fuel, for food, for groceries, for shopping, for rent. It depends. I'll come with a detailed video on how to do all that, where you have a detailed income expenses list on how to combine them. Sections of a cash budget for personal finances, there are not many. They have the initial cash, that's the amount of money you have initially. For example, your income, your salary. I know at the end of every month I am paid X amount of money. So you're guaranteed that's the amount of money you're going to receive. And then the other section is the total amount of money available. Maybe you had some money that had been left before the beginning of this month, or we have sometimes friends chipping in. Maybe somebody surprises you with an M-Pesa and be like,
Right. I just missed you and I didn't want to come to see you because I don't have that time. Take this 10,000 and spend this.
money that you initially didn't budget for, because you don't know even it's coming. So that's the other section of cash budgeting. You can say, you can put in mind and be like, you know what, because obviously your salary, your income, I know you've already budgeted for it. To learn that, and I'm still learning. It's the money topic. It's so wide and you cannot complete it. You learn every day about money, and maybe you have another stream of income. Actually, it's very important to have multiple streams of income. With this, we are here to look for money. We are here to look for a better lifestyle to do. I'm here, have a business, do YouTube, hook, do what you can do to have money. We are here to look for money and have a better lifestyle. Even the people with billions, the people we are trying to emulate, they're still looking for money. But the Bible says the love for money is what is wrong, not the money, it's the love for money. So, because we use money to sustain ourselves, right? The thing is, when you budget your money, when you do your personal finances, you get to understand more about yourself. This is Budgeting is about discipline. I've learned this the hard way. It's about discipline. Denying yourself something so that you can achieve something else. Let's say, for example, you're somebody who loves the street food, maybe smoky pasua. You're out here, maybe on a daily basis, in the morning, or in the evening, or during the course of the day, you have to take a smoky pasua. Right now, maybe one, okay, let's say you restrict yourself to one. You've budgeted at this one. Every day you spend 35 shilling, and you go to work 6 days a week and one on Sunday, so it's 7. 35 times 7. You spend 35 shillings every day, right? It may seem a little amount, some days you take two. If it's maybe with andazi, right? Or a chapo, you might spend even 60 bucks. Let me tell you, these street food are expensive and they're so sweet, and you can never even get enough of them. I am addicted, I was addicted to that, and it was hard. When I came to learn about personal finances and you have to do this, you never think it's hard until you start doing it. It was hard. I won't lie. Like, I'm in town. This is what I did for myself. I said, no smoking pastor. Because I used to go and buy like 3 or 4. Because in my home, they know when I go out, I have to come with them. So you spend like 100 shillings because you have various, like for 4 people. You eat one, then you come and eat one in the house. So, and the other 3 people. So like that's like 120. And that's every time I go to town. 120, 120, 120. And maybe you're like, that's not much. But when you sit down, now like when I started budgeting, I was like, oh my god, I spend a lot of money eating something that is not even healthy. Honestly, they are not. They are not healthy, they're just sweet. So one thing I did, I started to restrict myself. I said I'll be going to town and I don't have to eat a smoky pasua. That's when you know life is hard. So I used to tell myself, if you have to eat something, spend 20 bob on a watermelon or an ananasi, a pineapple. Here in Kenya, we have they slice it, so you get it at a very affordable price. So I was like, Mercy, you need to have you need to stay healthy, number one, because you've been very unhealthy, eating very unhealthy things, and uh, you need to save your money. So we had to start that journey, and until you start, that's when you know the pain. That's when you know that's when you know when and where it hurts. So I remember I used to work in town. You see, that's the time you're meeting, even they're greeting, they're saying hi to you. You're like, and it took grace sometimes. Even now, I'm still battling it, but I've come to realize that when you start it, it's one step at a time. I can say I'm in a better position now than when I was when I started. And I didn't know this. I didn't even know it was a thing. I was like, it's just dating. You just see you have the money, so but I didn't realize you can save this money. And because there are sometimes you're home, you broke, you don't have anything. But it's because when you found it, you spend it. That's when I say, when we find money without the knowledge, actually, the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And trust me, you think you don't know, you think you know. And until you know you don't know, that's when it hits you. Like, you don't know. So, yeah, and actually, the journey has been okay, has been better. Right now, I can say I'm a little bit more disciplined. We're still walking this journey. We're not perfect. We are also learning. We are also listening to some YouTubers for some tips. So I'm going to do a separate video on what to entail in your budget because I want to go deep into it. I don't want to rush through it and give you some tips on some books that I have read. I want to share with you with what I have read, and you can also share with me with what worked with you. So I'm going to share that will be on the next video next week Tuesday. Kindly tune in for some of these tips, and if you have more, thank you so much guys for listening. Subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And if you like this, why don't you do a thumbs up? Thank you so much guys. Until next time, bye. Like it.